Hey guys, guess what? It's podcast time again. Trekyards is back. I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Kamal Cockings. It is Sunday though, so I think they understood. I think they guesstimated a podcast was going to come out, and they're right. Congratulations.
I hope they're wearing their Sunday best for their Sunday Trekyards podcast.
I am not. Anyway,
I am.
we filmed on a Thursday though, so that's why.
Hey,
anyway,
don't ruin the magic. Anyway, guys.
Yes.
So what is today's topic, Commander?
Well, Stuart, I just was at a convention, and wasn't just at a convention, so a science fiction convention. I wasn't just at, but I was basically the media guy at the convention. It's the FCD 2.0 Out of the Ashes event. FCD is First Contact Day,
Nice.
run by Will and David in the UK. We went to one last year. In fact, they saw the Trekyards booth at a convention I did 2 years ago, and invited us to their event. We went. Unfortunately, that was during the 50th anniversary, and CBS had a little meltdown with a few cons sort of behind the scenes. They sort of cease and desisted a few conventions because of they wanted exclusive rights. I don't know. And so the first one was sort of shut down, but they still had like a friendly gathering version with 4 guests rather than the 10 they got, and we got to go and interview J.G. Hertzler and Aaron Eisenberg, and you've seen some of that stuff on the Trekyards channel, and that was fun. We got to meet the guys, great guys. We obviously did a good job because they wanted us back for this event, and this one had a lot of guests. It wasn't just from Trek; it was actually quite a diverse guest lineup. It had again J.G. Hertzler, as in Martok, Aaron Eisenberg, Nog. From Star Treks. It also had Robert Picardo, the EMH, classic Robert Picardo. David Blue from Stargate Universe, Rainbow Sun Franks from Stargate Atlantis, Claudia Christensen and Bruce Boxleitner from Babylon 5, and John Carrigan from the Star Trek Phase 2 fan film. So, a lot of people, and it was a good time.
That's awesome. So, unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to go. I mean, because they couldn't afford to fly me over there, which is fine.
Yeah.
But tell us a little about the event. How did it go down? What were you responsible for? And just how was the weekend overall?
Busy.
That sums it up. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. No,
Yeah, no, it was about 2 hours north. We got there, we managed to set up. I was doing filming all the talks, which was great because now we can put them on the channel. Hopefully you guys have either seen some or just about to see some, depending on when we release this and them. So you'll be seeing a lot of talks with a lot of these great celebrities. And I interviewed all the people I did not interview last year, which is great. But Bruce Boxleitner is like the lead of Babylon 5, who I think you've seen now, Stuart. John Sheridan. That was a lot of fun because having just finished Babylon 5, fresh in my mind I'm quite a big fan of that guy just from that performance. We also did green screen photo shoots. Now that was a cool thing. You guys might know I'm sort of green screen connoisseur, and we offered exclusive green screen photo shoots. And I actually got the example prints I did, and here I am leaning out a camera. The most professional thing to do is lean out a camera.
we're listening to Samuel.
Now it's a bit, so I'm keeping it in. So yeah, I offered some green screen photo shoots. This is some examples. And this was just done in my garden on a very basic green screen, so you could be on some famous locations with the celebrities, and properly keyed by me, and
That's awesome.
yeah, kind of a surprise to the attendees because we wanted to help, because it was a charity event as well. It wasn't just a con; it was actually raising money for a set of charities. So that I felt like it was important to actually give something else to the event and make it more memorable because we want to help grow the brand. And so I thought. Green screen photo shoots. I mean, how often do you do those at cons? So that was a lot of fun. Very stressful though, because I had to sell them at the front desk, which was kind of a lot of running around because I was sort of micromanaging. But one of our Trekyards fans, and actually part of the team, a guy called David, he flew in from Germany. Actually, he's helped with a lot of our little things. He's a Lightwave user, as I am, and he helped fix Prometheus, the Stargate model that was sort of broken when we got it, and the Aurora that was sort of broken when we got it, and some other things. So he's helping to improve bits and bobs. So he was here. He came along to meet the Babylon 5 people, and I gave him I gave him a front seat. He was able to babysit the camera, but that means he got front row access. So he had a really great time. But very, very busy. It was like 8 a.m. starts and 12 p.m. 1 a.m. stops, and
Wow.
very, very busy. I didn't even really. And people asked me, did I enjoy it?
I don't know because I was too busy.
Yeah, I feel satisfied by how much I got done. 'Cause I did this all for you guys, you know, the videos and such. So the fact that they were very good at yeah, every request we had, you know, we need to be front row to get a good angle, or I need to interview them in a quiet space to get best audio. They accommodated everything. As opposed to last year they were sort of all over the place. This year they had a great team that was really on the ball, and everything I needed they gave me in some form. Even if, you know, the scheduling messed up a bit, they still gave me at least some version of everything else, for, which was really great. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the videos, and Stuart gets to enjoy the videos, and even I get to enjoy the videos because I wasn't in most of the talks. I was filming something else, so I've got like 3 hours of footage I haven't even seen yet because I wasn't able to watch it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So how was it meeting, you know, like Bruce, for example, Bruce Boxlinger?
Yeah, I kind of saved that moment for a little bit later in the event because I've met almost everyone. Yeah, I actually met everyone else at the event before, technically, although some in different forms. Like Rob Picardo, I met at my second con in like 2009, and he obviously wouldn't remember that. But I met David Blue a couple of times from Stargate Universe. JG Hertzler and Aaron Eisenberg remembered me from last year. JG straight away said, "Oh, hey, Mr. Ricardings," and Aaron said, "We had a little. You'll see in the videos. We had some moments throughout the weekend." But he called me Sam in most of them, and that was kind of fun just to be able to hear out of the blue. He's like, "Hey, Sam." It's like, "Oh, hey, Aaron."
I don't even call you Sam. I always call you Samuel.
Hey, do you?
Sam?
Oh, let's not get into that now on live podcasting. But that was fun. Yeah, no, Bruce was nice. A true gentleman, like a very class act. Looking great for, you know. It's funny because we don't watch all the shows when they come out, obviously, and you just got into Babylon 5. I got into Firefly a few years ago, now Babylon 5, and all the actors that were in Firefly went to UK cons before I knew about Firefly, and they haven't come since, really. So if I had known at the time, I could have got photos of them all. So I'm glad that I'm now into Babylon 5 to actually get those pictures, and on Babylon 5 Bridge, like I green screen myself. So that was great. It was a good interview. They clearly enjoyed it. Claudia Christensen was there. And she we did some prints for the event. I'm sure you'll ask me some questions about that later, but I donated one of the prints signed by them for charity, for one of the charities they were doing, and we raised £60 for the print, which was great because that's like $85, which goes towards the charity that they picked. So that was nice moment.
Cool. Well, now that you've mentioned the subject and broached it, why don't we talk about the prints? What kind of prints are we talking about?
Well, I mean, what do we normally do, Stuart? I'll let you cover. What do we normally do when it comes to cons? How silly are we when it comes to this sort of thing?
Well, we, meaning pretty much you, go all out. Do some great renders of ships. We got like a trading card style almost. Little picture of the actor or person related to that vessel in the corner, and then two shots of it, generally profile and kind of a 3/4 view, and then fleet yards or Trekyards along the top. So we want to have like a trading card set at some point. I think that's the plan here.
And every mission trip, you always see somebody new, and we sort of scramble to make new ones, and then we print like a whole load out, and then get them signed, and then give them out to the Indiegogo for you guys. And I thought, well, hey, there's 8 guests here. Let's get some special prints for you guys. So I did a whole load of. I mean, just some, you know, quite a nice selection. So I got like some Bird of Praise signed by JG Hertzler.
That's cool.
Couple for you, Stuart, because you asked. You know, Destiny by Eli Wallace, David Blue. I'll skip a film. You know, Robert Picardo, if you want a Robert Picardo Voyager, and how cool is that? You know, Trekyards branded, custom, and it's nice because obviously I was signing quite a while with all these, and every actor was like, "Oh, that's cool." So they actually really dug it, because I mean this is completely unique. I mean they've never seen this before. And how many people ask them to sign a ship?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Trekyards. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Bruce Boxlight of the Star Fury. Come on, how cool is that?
That is cool.
Babylon 5, and then obviously these are all original studio models of these stations and things. Omega Glory, and just a lot of cool things, and some of these will be available. And it's Indiegogo that you guys can get, and to support us. I mean, we obviously put our money into getting printed and to get them signed, and then hopefully you'll support us next campaign. But the coolest thing are the big prints, because I know I love the big prints. I know you've got a couple, Stuart. But you know, like massive Bird of Prey signed by JG Hertzler.
I gotta say these would look great framed. I haven't framed any of mine yet, but they're definitely prints for that.
I absolutely agree.
The resolution and the detail on them is amazing.
I mean, that's my personal one. But look at that. I mean, that's my face. It's a very, very big print. And these are 4K resolution printed. And these are wonderful, wonderful. You know, Destiny again. These aren't screen caps. And it was really nice to be able to make unique artwork for them to sign, and they all liked it. And actually, a lot of the time when I talk to celebrities, I know you haven't done too many conventions yet for Trekyards. When I talk to celebrities, dramatic pause. No, they tend to not really care about the ships, but actually every single guest that we did signs for had an actual opinion, and actually engaged in the picture and was like, oh, that's really cool, or oh, she looks amazing, or wow, look at the detail.
We've taken some flack for that before, like, why are you asking these people about the ships? They don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone has an opinion on how something looks. And if they've never been asked that before, that's unique content, and it's specific to Trekyards, which I love. So to say, why ask an actor about how the ship looks? Like, obviously because we want to know, because everyone has an opinion on something.
Yep. Well, I mean, aren't you interested in what William Shatner says about the Enterprise? I mean, I've never heard what he thinks about the actual outside of the Enterprise. That, I mean, yes, and fundamentally, I've had interviews where they talk for less than 30 seconds. But guess what? That's fine, because now you know. You know, these famous actors, and
knowing
every
is
single
half
one.
the battle.
You can say it.
Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
There you go. I mean, I'm looking around at myself, and you know, this is a little coaster we bought in Canada, and I love it. And you know, in reality, so what do you think of this coaster? It's a drinks coaster, but look how cool the design is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could talk about this for at least a minute, just how aesthetic and whatever, but it's just a coaster. So, and
you would never think of talking about that unless somebody asked you.
Yeah, but when you think about it for a second, it's like, oh, it's just kind of artistic, and different. Each of these actors are really into it. You know, Ramus and Franks, who named the pole jumper from Stargate Atlantis. He had a whole big story about it, which we'll see on the interview. Eli Wallace from David Blue, Eli Wallace had a lot to say about the Destiny. So yeah, it was actually really positive. And again, these things will be available in Indiegogo, and I'll bring some to you in America, Canada, Stuart, where I see you next. Some custom prints, and again, it's awesome to not, you know, at conventions you'd always have the same few pictures, and the actors you bring their own prints, and you know, the same thing 200 times. Now we do unique, branded, unique content, and you know, especially with like our Rick Sternbach, very obscure ships that you've never have only seen a standard definition. Well, these are high def renders. That's awesome. So it is cool to be able to bring something new.
And again, too, every ship is someone's favorite, even if it's one that's not a lot of people know about or haven't seen, or just if they've seen it, but it's just, you know, it's the work bee. Who cares? But a lot of people maybe want the work bee. So to actually do prints like that, and you know, have it signed by Andrew Probert, and it's like not a lot of people offer that. So I mean, that's awesome.
It's uniquely us. We found a niche, and we get some access to these people occasionally. And again, we put the money in to get these done, to offer you for you guys. And again, if you are a huge Klingon fan, how cool is to get a full-on 4K Bird of Prey print, or like the original Haynes Bird of Prey, signed by probably the second best Klingon. Pretty, you know. Yeah, I
would dare to venture to say.
Or the best pure Klingon. Worf being a sort of hybrid of sorts. I mean, Martok is an absolute. I mean, having met the guy like a couple of times now, not only does he remember me, but we have not sort of in jokes, but there's some things that have happened that he references that I don't like him reference. I don't know. It's funny, and I think I mentioned last year, but he was at the last one, and as soon as we sat down for the interview, I said, "Hey, I'm from Trekyards." Like, "Oh, Trekyards, yeah." Like, "Oh, you've watched the show, sir?" "Yeah, I've heard good things, and yeah, it's a good show." I'm like, "Oh,
well." That reminds me of a story, actually. Remember Doug Drexler when we were talking about Enterprise J with him? He's like, he was talking somewhere, doing an interview, and somebody came up after and said, "Hey, I recognize your voice from Trekyards." It's like, really? Really? That was an awesome story, though.
Doug got famous because of Trekyards. You heard it here first.
We put him on the map, I guess. That's how it works.
Yeah. So it was a good experience, and I mean, I worked a lot of very hard to try and get content, because I've done conventions for 10 years. That's dozens and dozens, and I mean probably 100 plus at this point. And so I've done them as the attendee, as a seasoned attendee, as someone who's done the same con, you know, 7 years in a row. Then for it's like old hat.
Yeah.
Done an exhibitor's table, done filming, done a documentary style. All sorts, and so to be part of the furniture, a little lanyard, which was really cool. The first time I had an official lanyard, press lanyard. It was cool.
So you've done it enough so that when like people like JG see you, they go, oh good God, it's that guy. Let's go, and they try to get away from you.
Yeah,
So they know who you are.
Yeah. Well, you'll see in the opening ceremony, Rob Picardo had some words for me.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm on stage for a little bit in the opening ceremony, and you'll see why, and you'll see how, and a bit embarrassing at the time. But you got to play it up. It's all about being stage personalities, and you'll see.
Yeah.
That'll come out soon, or it's already out. No, it's good. Yeah, and I talked to them all after the fact and such, and they all liked stuff. And they all loved the green screen, which I was really proud of.
That's awesome.
Yeah, busy, but it's nice because when you work a con as a person, and you know, I wear you guys have seen from press images, I wear the waistcoat and the white shirt, so I'm a little bit unique, and I have a sense of purpose. You know, if you're just meandering around, that's one thing. If you're actually going from A to B and you've got a camera, you sort of stand out a bit, and so these actors sort of start to remember you, especially in the context of that con situation, and you get a slightly different reaction to them. You know, as just an average fan or someone in Trekkie costume, you know, you get a sort of professional vibe. Yeah. And it's cool to be able to push that as far as you can go to get the cool content. So, and again, it all gets for you guys. And it's a shot where I'm trying to video one of the actors on stage, and they start talking to me, and we have a little back and forth because I've I guess the courage to get a cool angle, and then ends up becoming a bit, which again, you'll see. And Stuart, you get to enjoy it all. Yeah, so fun event. Look forward to the next one. They're taking a year off, but hopefully we'll do another event pretty soon. Hopefully be invited back as guests, as press, I mean, and you guys will get more content. So enjoy. Hopefully this last little bit of time, and hopefully the next few weeks of celebrity panels done by yours truly.
Cool. Well, that was awesome. Thank you for sharing all that with us, and look forward to watching those panels and things. So, one end. Anyway, guys. In joke. It's okay. Anyway, guys, until next time, please hit the like button if you like this. Check out the other content that he's talking about, because I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. I haven't seen it yet. So, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, do all those cool things, and you know, if you want to help us out, I think Samuel has some words here.
Yep, there's a couple of ways. Obviously, supporting us on the Indiegogo campaigns for future trips, which you'll hopefully see soon. Or if you want to support the show on a, I guess, more regular basis, you can go to Patreon, which is a monthly service. You can support the show $5, $10, $15, whatever. You know, a cup of coffee a month.
Yes.
Helps if enough of you give, and it helps get the lights on. Helps fund us to go to these conventions. You know, the hotel expense, the travel, and you guys get the videos from them. That's what we try and do. Try and hope the expenses, as long as the expenses are covered, we want to put that energy in to get you guys the content which you guys then enjoy. Or a one-time donation at trekyards.com, as a lot of you do. Actually, it's quite amazing how many of you just give a little bit you know, every once in a while to help us. Go into our expenses account. You can buy new kit. We can, you know,
we can get meet at conventions with Samuel. We'll get us together more often so that we can do things together. And
we need you guys to give so we can give back to you more. That really is the situation, and boy do we try and pack a lot into these trips whenever we do them. But
we do. We're always busy.
Yeah, but we love them. So if you can support, and if you can't support financially, just watch the show, check out the content, share these things to the fans who think would enjoy it. I mean, we have such a plethora of content, and even convention footage as you know, as the main filmers. So lots to enjoy, and check it out.
Yeah. So that being said, until next time, guys. I'm Captain Foley.
And I'm Connor Cockins.
Your roving reporter on the scene,
yes.
as it were.
Yes.
And we will see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.